Happy Friday, the 13th. It is Zuri, the Becca. Oh man, I just had to get on here and vent right quick because, oh my God, I don't know if it's just Facebook or if it's just the entire planet is just filled with moronic people. And I think I probably should just, I'm really close to deleting this app, seriously. Or just like looking at the news and not looking at comments because nothing will make you more frustrated than reading the comments. And if you're a person with some kind of sense, then you will reply to things that doesn't make any sense, that sound absurd. And I'll get to the article that I'm displaying in just a minute. So I'm just browsing Facebook, looking at news in my state, and I see different articles. Okay, one in regards to like mental health, and someone's like, "We need to put people in psych wards and blah blah." I'm like, okay, where's the money gonna come from? You have all the people complaining about paying taxes, but they want all these things to be built. They want more people to go to jail. Okay, that's fine. But you have to understand that it costs money to run the jail. And if you're complaining about inflation and all that now, just imagine what it's going to be like if you how much your taxes are going to go up if they start to do all of these things that you're dreaming about. I mean, come on, just come up with some solutions that actually make sense. That's what I don't understand. People just live in a dream world and think that, money is just going to fall from the sky, which no doubt they probably can. Just, I mean, during COVID, we saw that money came out of nowhere. Uh, reparations. Just saying. But, yeah, it was another story about mental health. And they're like, well, we need to build more. So people need to be in psych wards. Okay, well, we have to build psych wards. That costs money. You can't just go out and build a psych ward with some mud and sticks. You're going to have a facility. You have to have licenses. You're going to have equipment. You're going to have a staff. And where are you going to get the staff from for the psych ward? I mean, we hardly have people that want to work anymore now since the pandemic anyway. So you think that people are just going to be signing up to work in a psych ward full of people, crazy people. It was a story about some guy that bit a 71-year-old man's face off, like half of his face and his ear, because he thought the man was a robot. And this happened on January the 4th of this year. And yeah, that's insane. But I just think people need to dig deeper. I mean, seriously, we need to prevent them people from becoming like this in the first place. That's the solution, the real solution that's actually viable. If anything, we need to have more, in my opinion, more rehabilitation centers, and we need to reform rehabilitation centers because obviously they are not working the best. If we have all of these people out here on drugs, I have my own ideas of what I think might be better than what we currently have, and I'm not going to get into that right now because that'd be a long video. But I just like coming up with solutions instead of just these pie in the sky things. There was another one. Oh, this one, the article. Let's get to that. So there's this couple talking about how they're pretty much facing homelessness because they're struggling to make ends meet as the rents spike, which is, probably happening everywhere, I'm assuming, not just in Oregon. So I just offer, I'm like, hey, why don't they get apply for subsidized housing for the disabled? Because I know that subsidized housing for disabled people and homeless people is they are the top priority. And then you have people, oh, well, there's going to be a waiting list for that. They'll get homeless in the process of waiting. Then you have somebody else. Oh, well, we should, I don't know what they said. Just complaining about my idea for them. And it's like, okay, what's your solution? And then some woman comes with some idea, which is something about foreign trading or something, just completely unfeasible that's going to happen and the time span that these people need. She's talking about something that could take years. Like she's talking about the waiting list is years. If you're talking about changing laws and doing things like that, that could take decades for depending on what the law is and depending on what the situation is and the circumstances. I think I offered the best solution for them, or one of them. Either that, or they can move, like try to go somewhere else with rent that isn't that high. That's it. But it's just so frustrating to see all these people. And then there was another guy. He was like, "We need to put police in schools." And I was like, "Dude, do they not realize how many police quit in 2020 in Portland, Oregon?" I heard that they were like hundreds of police officers quit. Portland, Oregon was one of the worst cities when it came to the rioting and all of that. I live here. I saw it every day on the news and when I would go downtown because it happened mainly downtown. So a lot of police quit. And I know that because like now you can police don't even care if like crimes are committed unless it's something egregious. They're like whatever. My neighbor like opened my mail and which was a paycheck of mine and two of my paychecks. And then he said it was an accident. And I like told the police, and they're like, "Well, there's nothing we can do. He was an accident." How do you accidentally open two letters that aren't addressed to you? Like, come on. And that's so messed up because he has access to my personal information that's on the pay stub, and he could have tried to take my money. If he was dumb enough to do something like that, which they probably wouldn't have done anything about. So, but yeah, and I've heard other instances of like people shooting and the police are just like, "Oh, well, that's what someone told me. I don't know if it's true." But they said that they heard someone outside of their home. I don't know if they were shooting or if they were just brandishing a gun. I think they said they were shooting. Maybe it was brandishing because you would think the police would show up for shooting. But yeah, it was just like, unless somebody gets hit, then it's just like, oh, whatever. It's like literally the wild, wild west here. So that's not really an option. That's not feasible. That's not viable. Like people just live in a dream world of all of these possibilities and things. I think some people just love to complaining and coming up with shitty solutions that they know just to say something, just to open their damn mouth. It's like if you don't have anything valuable to say that's going to help the situation or at least brainstorm to something, then shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear your opinion. And what was the even for the psych ward? I don't know if this idiot realized that, but the nursing industry is completely overstaffed right now. Thousands of nurses quit during COVID. So they're completely understaffed and they're overworked. Where are you going to get nurses to work at this psych ward they're already understaffed? I heard that they were trying to bring in nurses from overseas to fill some of the positions. Now, I personally think that they should work out some kind of program with some illegal immigrants that are here, grant them some clemency, work something out with them where they could pay for a citizenship and help give them the training because you're already giving them free money anyway. You might as well help them to enter the workforce and be a workforce legally instead of like some of them using stolen identities. I know because I used to be around a lot of them, but not stereotyping everyone. Like I said, the ones that I've been around, some. Let's not pretend it doesn't happen. And I'm not knocking. Hey, they're doing what they have to do. I know some people sell their identities to illegals just so that they can have them pay their child support and they can get the Social Security and things like that, the benefits, without having to actually work. So it's not completely just stolen. It's, sometimes it's actually bought. But they could grant them some clemency to some select people that don't have criminal records, that are outstanding as citizens and showing, good. They haven't gotten into any trouble and they're just doing good and they want to enter the healthcare field and they're qualified or get them qualified, get them trained for these positions that already we don't have enough people working in. I think that's a better idea than just shipping people in from overseas because I mean we're gonna have a country full of people that don't work pretty much. And it's gonna be people that are working just supporting a whole bunch of people that don't work. We need to make it possible for people to work and work legally. And maybe if people have better options, some illegal people, they won't do certain things that are illegal to make money. Make it so that they can work. And like I'm not saying grant clemency to every single person because I know that's going to cause a whole bunch of people to just storm the borders. Well, I think Trump is right actually. We do need to build a wall so we don't have people trying to infiltrate our country illegally. He was right about that. That was one thing that he was definitely I agree with. At first I didn't because I was just like, dude, that doesn't make any sense, but people find a way around it, but at least make it harder for them without putting our police and our Coast Guard and all of them, their lives at risk for having to, the Border Patrol, that's what I meant to say, at risk for having to deal with this. And it's just, I just like to come up with ideas, even though they might sound crazy and they might not make it, it's something new and original. It's not just the same old dumb thing like put them in jail and put them in prison forever and lock them up and build psych ward and all these. Not saying that's dumb because we do need, but how are you going to get the money for that? You have to think about that when you're putting these ideas out. You have to do the math in your head. Okay, build psych ward. How are we going to do that? If people, the government needs to make more housing. Okay, well, how is the government going to make more housing? Where's the money going to come from? Out of the sky? Think about that. Next time you post a reply to something, think about something like really that makes sense, that is feasible and economical and realistic. Otherwise, you're just sitting around bitching and moaning, which is fine, but it's just for me to just look at that. It's annoying. And then you have these dummies that have nothing to say. They just get on your comment and laugh because they're stupid. And that's all they can do is just laugh. They're fools. So you're like, oh, I have nothing to say. And laugh. They don't even. I'd be different if you're gonna laugh at me, that's fine. But at least say something to me. If you have something a better solution than what I have come to the table with, I would like to hear it. Please, you have the floor. Reply to me. Let me know what your grand idea is. Otherwise, you just look like a damn, I'm just going to laugh. And it's usually people that are older, which is crazy. You would expect it to be from like younger people, but it's mainly like people that are like in their fucking 40s and 50s and 60s and up. And it's like maybe they're going through their second childhood or something, but it's like, God damn, this fucking country is full of fools. This world is full of fools. Why are there so many stupid fucking people running around? I just don't understand. Yeah, I'm kind of irritated because I'm tired of this shit. It happens all the time because I don't know. I just think outside the box about things. I just can't post some stupid ass thing. Oh, we need to get more police. Like they're gonna just put police into the 3D printer and print out some police to do everything. Like what the fuck? Where do you people? Oh God, I don't even want to know where they get why they think like that. But anyway, I just wanted to vent about that and help people out there to fucking use their brain and think and just stop saying dumb fucking shit about how we're gonna fucking build more jails and out of the fucking blue and just 3D print some fucking prisons, 3D print some fucking housing, 3D print some fucking teachers, 3D print some fucking nurses, 3D print some fucking uh jails, 3D print the fucking psych ward. I think I already said that. 3D print all this fucking things that you people want. Where the fuck is it gonna come from? For once, I would like to see somebody say something that's fucking makes sense, that's actually feasible and intelligent. But I guess they say that the average IQ of Americans is like around 80. So I guess that makes the replies and the laughing and all that makes a lot of sense because the fucking idiots have nothing intelligent to say. The only thing you can do is laugh when you have nothing to say. Anyways, have a good fucking Friday the 13th. Don't walk on any fucking ladders or don't hiss at a black cat.